Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Dunkerque. We are just 2 games away from the end of the 2029-2030 season, and as you can tell from the last episode and from the league table on that left-hand side, we have qualified for the Champions League once again. We have an outside chance of finishing second place. It's very, very difficult now in this particular league, and I guess this save in general, to catch PSG. I can't see us doing any better than second for the next 4 or 5 years, something along those lines. So, with that in mind, this might be the last season in charge of Dunkerque. I don't know yet. We will come to a conclusion, maybe at the end of the episode, or maybe you might see another series starting very soon, or maybe another season with Dunkerque. Who knows? In between episodes, there has obviously been 0 matches played. We have beaten Nantes and Caen in the last episode, so today it is up against Lens, who are currently in 5th place with an outside chance of a Champions League spot, and Rennes, who are down in 7th place with a chance of a Europa League spot. So, 2 actually important games for everyone else apart from us, because, like I said, I don't think we're going to catch Monaco. Match number 1 then, we have played Lens 17 times in all competitions across this save. We are just about the better side, 7 wins, 5 draws and 5 defeats. Let's make that 7-5-5, and if Monaco can step up against Toulouse, that would be lovely. The starting lineup we are going to go for then. In goal is going to be Daniel Gerrits, Niare, Vanderlei, Pokravac and Todor Popov will be the back 4, with Blanco and David Burkic as the 2 central midfielders. The attacking midfielders have given Lavelle, Dominic Coffey and Dinko Stefancic, with the world's greatest striker Angel Zambrano as the striker. Normally, at this point in the season, I would start playing our youth players a little bit more, but we still kind of have something left to play for. Also, Mr. Andy Faustin was going to be getting a game today. He's currently injured. He will be playing the final game of the season because I suspect he might be retiring at the end of this year. Once again, I completely forgot to do our subs bench, so let's hope that the old assistant manager, Jose Font, has done okay. Bakakci, Trivolzio, Mothwa, Vargas, Maniama, Zoidza and Achille. So no central midfielders. I know Mothwa, he's a defensive midfielder, I guess. Now, if we win this match and Monaco win their match... if we lose this match and Monaco win their match, it means we cannot finish second place. Hopefully, Lyon can't finish third place. And if basically, by the time we get to the last match, I will play a completely changed squad. I will try and give every single fringe player a chance if possible. And it does mean, like I said, Andy Faustin might be getting his final game for the club. Also his debut in his second stint at the club. Just over halfway through the first half, and it's been very, very boring. 2 shots for us, 1 shot for Lens, no highlights, no shots on target either. Monaco, however, are 2-0 up against Toulouse, so yeah, we really need to win this match if we've got any hope of finishing second place. And we've had a shot on target, wonderful. Stefancic with the corner, it is the first highlight of the game, and Pokrovac's header is well over the bar, and that's probably going to be the only highlight of the first half. Well, that was bloody appalling, wasn't it? 5 shots, 1 on target. We've had a lot of possession, but doing nothing with it. It's going to be time for an assertive team talk, and I'm not happy. Everybody looked fired up. I will be doing a little change. Now, we're going to try that. We're going to try you as a complete forward, because you're actually good as a complete forward. I don't know whether it's going to make a single bit of difference. It probably won't. We're going to go into the second half. No changes, as you can probably tell. I'd just like a shot, just a shot that actually was a decent effort. 10 minutes in, still nothing. We've had 1 shot on target. They've now had 2 shots on target, but still no highlights at all. Lyon are winning their match, which means the final match of the season might actually mean something. God, this is just awful. Achille is going to come on as that striker for Zambrano. Given Lavelle also off for Vargas. What can you do? Inside forward? Sure, you can be an inside forward. Yeah, that's it. This is where I'm starting to regret not picking my subs bench. Final 20 minutes of the game, we've had 1 highlight. That is all we've had. It's been just shocking. And to be honest, this is my point about this save, is sometimes you're just never going to get any further. And like I said, I have a feeling I've taken Dunkerque as far as I possibly can. PSG were losing to Lyon then. Final couple of minutes, yep, nothing. What a waste of time this match was. We may as well have just not even bothered playing. 5 seconds left to play, so nothing is going to come from this at all, and I do not know how we've done so badly. Both teams have done so badly. No highlights really to talk about apart from that Pokravac header in the first half. Jose Font says disappointing. I say disappointing. Everyone is coming in for training tomorrow. And that means, final game of the season, I think Lyon and PSG drew 1-1, which means Lyon can technically catch us, but our goal difference is much, much better. So as long as we get a point in the final game of the season, we should be good. PSG beat Lyon. Wonderful. So it means we finished third place. So yeah, PSG scoring the 95th minute thanks to Medina means that we can't catch Monaco, but Lyon also cannot catch us. It also means Lens can't catch Lyon because they didn't beat us. This league is very boring right now. The final game then of the season up against Rennes. It does mean that I've just seen PSG have broken the 100-point barrier. Their goal difference is massively below the 100, although, no, it was goals scored, wasn't it? So, yeah, they've probably smashed that as well. Rennes have still got something to play for. They need to hope Lille drop points. Lille are up against Monaco, so the chances are Lille will be dropping points. If Rennes beat us, they will be going into the Europa League. We, obviously, as I mentioned, we're finishing third. I did say that we were going to go with a very, very rotated side. So, in goal is going to be the Algerian Salim Bekachi. Thomas Prados, Webster Maniama, Ivan Ankovic and Federico Trevulzio will be the back four. Lawassi Mothwa, the Australian, will be that defensive midfielder, with Thelston Archibald as that Mazzala. Juan Carlos Vargas, Jean-Pierre Lecomte and Franny Katiba will be the attacking midfielders, with Andy Faustin making his return to the club. And I don't know why I'm doing it, but he's playing anyway, despite the fact he's got 78% conditioning, because he did just play a game for the reserves. Our subs bench is actually quite a strong subs bench. Gerets, Popov, Berkovic, Zambrano, Vondelay, Ziodza and Chile. So if we do start getting into some trouble, we do have some decent options to bring on. Faustin gets a squad number of 44. I was going to try and pick one for him and then realise we've probably got way too many squad numbers anyway. Also, Andy Faustin in this match is a bit of a landmark because he's our first real player for the entire season to ever get into a matchday squad. Andy Faustin will probably be the last ever real player to play for Dunkirk, at least while I'm in charge anyway. Something I mentioned an episode or two ago was about our formation and how well it seems to work at home. Clearly against Lens it didn't work particularly well at home, but we have done really well in home matches. Obviously this match is at home against Rennes. Hopefully we can prove a point this time. We're 10 minutes in already and we've had 70% of the possession. Corner for Rennes. They've got the ball in the net. They've scored. They've actually scored. We've got 70% of the possession and they're 1-0 up. Unless it is going to get disallowed, which I don't think it is. Annoyingly as well, the assist came from our player. The goal has stood, so it is 1-0 to Rennes. They move up into 6th place into a Europa League spot. Not the best start for us. Half hour on the clock now, and still the only highlight has been that goal. This is going to be one of those episodes. Hold on, Franny Katiba goes for goal. He's forced a save out of the keeper. It has not crossed the line. It's very close to crossing the line, but it hasn't. I was going to say, this is going to be one of those matches that's just going to have 0 highlights in once again, isn't it? I did just demand more of our players to see if it made a difference. Katiba has taken a knock, which is good. Free kick for Katiba just before half-time. Vargas is there, and he's put the ball in. It was a bit of a shocking little bit of defending there from Rennes. Juan Carlos Vargas gets his 4th goal of the season. I think that's probably his 2nd in the actual league. We are 1-1 with Rennes. We don't really deserve this, do we? He looked possibly offside as well. Can't really miss that, though. He wasn't offside either. Thank you very much, game, for confirming that to me. They were just really bad at defending. Half-time then, and we are doing a lot better than our opposition, but we have just as much to show for it as they do. I'm going to give them an angry team talk. I'm far from pleased. We're going straight into the second half. Just realised Andy Faustin's still on the pitch. He's rubbish. He's half a star ability. Probably on the 60th minute, Faustin is going to go off to a rapturous applause from the Dunkirk fans after playing one game for us this season and doing absolutely shocking. It's a throw-on for Rennes. Moth was going to head clear, finds Franny Katiba. Where is he going to go? He's going to run forward. Plays it forward to Andy Faustin, who's just terrible at football. I feel like Andy Faustin is a bad decision to be playing in this match. Maniama heads forward, but only as far as the Rennes midfielder. Frederic Zakora, our player, cuts inside, and what a save that is from Salim Bakachi. Jota's going to get the rebound. He gets tackled. Now, Thelston Archibald can run the ball clear. It is definitely time to bring off Andy Faustin. He's not really good enough at football, is he? Zambrano will be coming on. Lecomte also coming off. He's arguably our best player on the pitch right now, and he's doing bloody terrible as well. I'm giving Berkic a run out as that attacker midfielder. He's a natural Mazzala, or close to being a natural Mazzala, but we don't actually have any other attacking midfielders on the bench that can play in the middle, so Davy B will be fine. Katiba is looking exhausted. He's looked exhausted all game. Ziodza, he's going to come on then. Final substitution of the season. It's going to be Ziodza on for Franny Katiba. And hopefully we just don't throw this away. I've just cancelled my sub. I've accidentally just cancelled my sub. I wanted to do a shout at them. Instead, I've cancelled the sub. So Franny Katiba, I believe, is still on the pitch. And we do have a highlight. It is Vargas on that right-hand side. He's going to run forward. He's just ran straight through the middle of them. And he's made it 2-1. Somehow, Juan Carlos Vargas has turned this game around all by himself. I'm still going to do that sub. I just cancelled it for no apparent reason. Right, confirm, play. Don't hit that button there. Right, he's finally on the pitch. Now we can hit that button and we can do demand more. Into the final 5 minutes then of the season. It looks like we are likely to pick up the 3 points against Rennes. Rennes will miss out on Europa League football. They've actually dropped down to 8th place. Trevulzio with the throw on. We are over the 93 that we've been allocated. It's a free kick for Dunkerque on the edge of the area. We're not even going to get a chance to take it. It is a 2-1 victory. Juan Carlos Vargas did that all by himself. And the season has been brought to a close. PSG once again champions, this time unbeaten, only 5 draws. However, we were one of them, so I'm happy with that. A 3rd place finish for us is not the best. I think last year we finished 2nd, didn't we? So we've technically gone backwards, but I don't think there is any catching PSG unless we do a massive overhaul of the squad, which I don't want to do, or we somehow find a cheat tactic that suddenly means that we can beat PSG quite a lot of the time. That's also not going to happen. As it is the end of the season, it is time for the awards. The overall best 11 still has a lot of players who I really don't think should be in there anymore. We've got Calvin Matupa in goal, Ferreira, Pokravac, Vanderlei and Simuli Kanunen is that left back. San Kamara, Bogle, Minty, Lecomte, Vergara and Alan Varel. So, actually, the only players to make it in was Vanderlei, who made it into the starting 11, which he should have been in there for a long time anyway, and Daniel Gerrits has made it onto the bench. Where are they now? Most of them are probably retired. Boris is at Eintracht Frankfurt, Bogle is at Hanover, Mushashvili is at Alkmaar, Gavin Radza is at Montpellier, Varel is at Nancy, and Hebert is at Paris FC. Big Gids, he's down in Ghana at Asante Kotoko, who I do really want to sign him. He's only got 6 months left on his contract, but I can't offer him a new one, so I think he's going to retire at the end of the year. So I'm hoping he does become a director of football. If he does, we might hire him, even though he will be a lot worse than our current director of football. End of season awards. Pokravac is Fans Player of the Year with Vanderlei and Todor Popov. So defensively, they loved us, basically, is what you're trying to say there. Goal of the season, we've literally just seen it. It was that one, where I assume, the goal where he just runs straight through the middle. So the final goal we scored was our best goal, apparently. Signing of the season, Juan Manuel Blanco on a free transfer from Atletico. Dragan Pokravac is the young player of the season. Team of the season, then, you can probably name it all then. Matupa in goal, Popov, Pokravac, Vanderlei and Niare, Divis and Blanco, Kitiba and Lavelle, Kofe and Zambrano. That's the questionable one up there. Top goal scorer, Zambrano. Somehow, literally, the last few games of the season, that's where he managed to get all of his goals. Niare, highest average rating. Given Lavelle with 10 assists. Gerrits with the best pass completion. That shouldn't count. He's passing it from there to there or to there. It's not a difficult pass to be doing. Niare, 6 man of the match awards. 14 yellow cards for Given Lavelle. That's an achievement in itself. And Vanderlei, Lecomte and Kofe with 1 red card each. End of season review then. Basically, we did what we needed to do. We didn't do anything above or beyond. We didn't do worse than I expected anyway. Pretty boring season in my opinion. Where are they now? We don't care about this. Most of them have retired. Squad dynamics is some stuff and things. Plans for next season. Passionately, Champions League. There's no point in saying that we're going to win the league because we're just not going to do it, are we? Board seem quite happy with me, which is no surprise, as the owner of the club bought us when we were down in League 2, I think, or something like that, and we've just steadily made him millions and millions of pounds. Pre-season date, sure, we'll go with that. Well, this is new. I knew at the end of the season we were going to be expanding the stadium. Wasn't expecting to be expanding it by that much. We were going to go up by about 4,000, I think. We're now going up by, 8,000, 8,500 capacity. Does mean we're going to be playing somewhere else for the season. We're going to be playing where Lens play. Is that even close? According to Google Maps, from the current Dunkerque Stadium to the Stade Félix Bollert de l'Ellis, or something like that, it's 100 kilometres or thereabouts, so it's going to take just over an hour to get there. It's not as close as it could have been. It's literally quicker to get to Bruges in Belgium from Dunkirk than it is to Lens. Can we not play in Belgium for a year? They're also upgrading our youth and training facilities, which is amazing because I keep doing that every year, and they've just decided to just go, hey, we're going to throw a huge sum of money at it and get it all done in one hit. Oh my word, something's happening. We're going to possibly be taken over. I did mention this last episode, that actually the board, I spotted that the chairman was interested in actually selling the club. So that's just suddenly made things a little bit more interesting. It's all go at the end of the season. It is the World Cup year, and the World Cup squads have been announced. And it looks like 8 players are going off to the World Cup. Some of them a little bit questionable, I think. So, Francois Achille and Alain Kamga are off for Cameroon. Kamga is awful. Hani Ali for Egypt. Asan Kamara for the Ivory Coast. Given Lavelle and Kaya for South Africa. Dragan Pokrovac for Croatia. And Lawasi Mothwa has gone for Australia. I still feel really bad for Vanderlei. Like, he decided that he wanted to become French. He's now French. Where is he? There he is. He's now French. He's not got any France caps. He's not got any Brazil caps. I feel so bad for him. Like, he doesn't even know whether he wants to play international football anymore. If I was the France manager, Vanderlei, I'd give you 1 cap. Just the 1, but you'll at least become an international footballer. We've made it to the 1st of June. And, ignore what I'm doing here. Just don't worry about this. This is just offering big kids a new contract to join us. I don't know what this award is. I'm assuming this is Goal of the Month. Du mois is month. So, Juan Carlos Vargas has won Goal of the Month as well. Good job, you. The Champions League has now finished as well. Chelsea beating PSG in the final, but we get £6 million and another £2 million for just being involved, I guess. End of year awards for the league then. Calvin Matupa, 3rd place goalkeeper of the season. Miles Villar of Lyon gets goal of the season. Goalkeeper of the season. Remy Deschamps, 2nd place. Then African footballer playing in France of the season. That's probably not the official name of the award. Mamadou Diallo from Lens. Abubakar Niare gets the 2nd place medal, the Malian right back. And Lamine Sek goes in 3rd. I'm assuming Raul Pinto wins the best goalkeeper award because he only conceded 10 goals all season. 10 goals in 31 games. That's stupid. Some more news has happened regarding the takeover. So, the bid has now come in, and Matthias Casabianca is looking to move on. It is reporting that an unnamed investor is looking to buy a controlling stake in the club, possibly with a view of floating the club on the stock market. We're going to become a PLC. We're on to the 10th of June now. The takeover still hasn't taken place, but we've got a couple more bits of news that are always interesting to read. So, commercial summary. Our kit sponsorship now is at £4 million. We seem to sign just 1-year deals over and over again. We don't ever seem to sign anything bigger. We've now got £7.47 million worth of sponsorship deals in other things. Corporate facilities is up. Matchday commercial retail is up. Everything seems to be going up. The highest selling shirt is Dragan Pokrovac. Fair enough. Given Lavelle, Marco Vergara, Zambrano and Kofe round off the top 5. And our scouting budget is a number, sure. We are going to end this season here, and I think it might be the end of the save. I do not know. There will be another episode or 2 after this, because if I do decide to end the save, I will resign, and then I will holiday for a season 2, 3, 4, 5, however many seasons we want to do, just to see how well Dunkirk get on without me. I have a feeling they will drop like a stone. I think by 10 years' time they'll be back in League 2. I'm not even joking. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager with Dunkirk. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back next time with more Football Manager.